Oops, upside down. We're inside that Mini Cooper again. We did such a fantastic job. Oops, you gotta push the second pedal. Now it starts. This guy must be one tall sucker because I can't hardly reach the pedals. We did such a great job, they said, that we need to look at something else again. They got a light out in the back, like a marker light or a turn signal or something. And it's not the bulb, I'm told. Well, I told them, I'm no Euro car guy. But I'll have a look, and if it's beyond my capability, you'll have to take it to the BMW and have them fix it. Have it fixed by the experts. So we'll flick on the marker lights. We'll hit the hazards. Let's go see what we have or don't have. We got a blinker there. We've got a blinker and a marker light there. That's interesting. I wonder, that looks like an LED like ring or something there. Let's put her in reverse. Okay, so we got a reverser there. Marker light and turn. All we have over here is just our blinker. Let's step on the brakes. Must be the upper bulb, must be for brakes. Looks like we have what we need there. And then there. Marker lights, blinkers. Stepping on the brakes. It's got nothing, but I got brakes, marker, reverse, turn signal. We got everything on this side. And that side marker. But it appears on this side, we've got no marker, no reverse, no brake. All we have is a turn signal. Yeehaw. Hopefully it's not some $1 billion module that's sitting under a foot of water. So I'm just looking at a diagram here. The left tail light, we know the ground's good because one of the lights works. So I'm curious, I see it's powered by this footwell module, left side of left footwell, ironically enough. Has this module which seems to run the lights. It's powering the right one. I guess what we need to do, I don't know if these are all individual bulbs or it's a circuit board on that left tail light. Perhaps the best thing to do, I don't know if we can plug in a scan tool, if you can talk to these things. I'm not sure how that really works. Like I said, I'm not a big Euro guy. Yeah, it says it's hooked to a computer data line, so apparently we can probably talk to it and see maybe that's got a whole bunch of circuit codes in it or something, or if it is in the left footwell, the little I do know about Euro cars, it's probably sitting underwater. I don't know much about it, but I know anytime there's a problem, it's always a module sitting underwater. So anyhow, maybe let's try to talk to that thing, see what it takes to get this tail light out, maybe do some checks there. The way the customer explained, they put some bulbs in it, still nothing works, everything quit at once, I guess. So we'll see, we won't give up just yet. So I plugged in, I selected footwell module. We're gonna go through, right, hit codes. I didn't do a full system scan. Absent and present, and it says footwell module right reversing lamp faulty, left tail lamp 1 faulty, left side marker lamp faulty. It's interesting because the right reverse lamp actually worked. I wonder what they have for data in these things. By xenon cover. Well, side lamps, side marker lamps, active test. It looks like they've got a lot of things here. Let me poke around in here and see what we see. It's turned on for 15 seconds. Oh, I see. Activation complete. Gotta hurry. Oh yeah, look at that. It does. It turns on a reverse lamp. And the marker lights are on because we have the key on. Will that go off? It says for 15 seconds. And there it goes. It goes off. So that's interesting. Okay. So that's something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. I've got the brake pedal depressor on there. And it says output to right and left. on, and it does not show a short. So that's interesting. It's almost like the module is outputting. So perhaps we should just go back to this taillight. Maybe we just got some green crusty back here, you know. I popped in the live data for what they call it. Oh yeah, the turn lamp. Oops. Let's see here. Live data. I went to turn lamp. Again, it's checking just for a short. Must be, it uses like some FETs or something because perhaps it doesn't have fuse. Let's turn on these little guys. See what it says. Oh, okay, so it's switching from on to off, obviously. All right, so it appears that the, well, that's right, yeah, because that side was working for left, wasn't it? Okay, so it's kind of interesting. Seems like their data lists are kind of neat so far, from what I've learned. Let's stick that baby in reverse. We've got the one reverser on over there. We should be able to go in this reverse lamp data list, and it shows both of them as being on. I don't know if it really means anything, but I think this is a good indicator that it can at least detect a short circuit or overcurrent, would be my assumption. So let's go pop that light out. So this thing pops out easy enough, one screw at the top, and then just these little hooks down here. And it is like a circuit board thing. Well, not really circuit board, but I guess just metal tabs that carry the current down to the next bulb and so on and so forth. What I'm wondering, kind of cheese dog, Chrysler used to do things like this. These things were kind of junk. I wonder if we unplug this, I wonder if the other tail light is exactly the same plug-in. Oh boy. Girl, you crusty. Yeah, she's crusty. You can see the crust tapping out of it. Hopefully you can see it dropping out of there like snow. Well, I tell you what then. Let's see. I don't even know where to buy parts for these cars. Let's see if we have everything here we need. Left, right, brake, reverse, marker. So one of these is going to be a ground, turn, marker, brake, reverse. So let's grab that diagram. Let's just turn on all the lights again, grab a test light and shove it in here. I assume this brown one's probably going to be the ground. It's a larger wire. We'll see and see what's going on there. But yeah, these are pretty gross looking. That's the diagram. We've got everything turned on, and it says I need this because I'm 43 and I still haven't gone to the eye doctors, but I'm gonna. Brown is the ground. All the rest of them do something else, so it really doesn't matter at this point. We just know brown is ground. Everything is turned on, so we should have something. Okay, we got a turn signal. We got something there, nothing there, and something. Let's make sure. Okay, so we got something there. These are pretty big connectors, so they're kind of easy to back probe. So that terminal, which is gray, looks like gray with a red stripe maybe. Yep, gray with violet. We follow that all the way up. That tags into something. I don't really know what, because it goes into an unlabeled footwell module. But regardless, it works. The reverse light should be blue with gray. We know that. So that one's on. It's in reverse. This one should be on. But it's not. So that's interesting. We don't have reverse. Okay. So that's kind of weird. But we have yellow. I don't know where that yellow one goes to. Can we trace that somewhere? Nope, that goes to an unknown something in the footwell module. And then obviously we have our blinker, which we had before. So what's interesting is we don't have reverse. There's one wire here that's not working. And is it because we have a crappy connection? Okay, so we appear that we have no reverse light. We have everything but a reverse light. We have some kind of marker, a brake, a turn. We've got a good ground. We just have no reverse light. I'm gonna make darn sure I'm gonna hold my ground tight, go back in the hole we pierced, and nothing. So the reason we don't have stuff is because of a crappy connection here. Chances are if we plug this thing in and out, because that connector there is pretty rough looking, we'll probably regain some things here just by wiggling this. Yep, we don't have a blinker now, but yeah, there we go. So we've got blinker, we've got brake, we've got marker, we just have no reverse. Just by plugging it in and out here, seemingly cleaning up the connection, knocking the corrosion out of there. So, look at that, huh? Basically fixed, but no reverse light. So we're almost done. I wonder if we could clear the codes, or if the codes go away. Alright, so I'm going to leave that pierced, not really pierced, but back probed into the reverse. Alright, everything else is working. Let me grab a scan tool. I'm going to pop back in our live data here for our reversing lamp. You know, and it shows that, you know. It says no short circuit. I wonder if we short it out, if it can even recognize a short. Probably not, because we have no power going back here. So here we are inside the vehicle, and I found the footwell module in the footwell as advertised. So pull back some trim. Footwell module's here. It's not drowning underwater. I got you guys just sitting on the seat. It's about the best place I can put you for right now. Behind right rear trim. I want to make sure that we have the correct wire here, and I want to find it. Well, I guess it doesn't matter which. It comes out of pin number 9, blue with gray, and that is in connector 14260, X12460, which I don't know which connector that is. There's 3 connectors on here. What we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way, is we're gonna look for a blue with gray. So this has blue with gray right here, and I'm gonna see what that wire color is actually next to, because on this here it's right next to a white with blue, and that's going to help us figure out who's who, which wire is which, and then we're going to make sure that wire is continuous from here to the back, and if it lights up the reverse light, then we're going to condemn this footwell module. I've got us a T-pin. It's that bottom row. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, third one in, very lightly, just going to stick that in there. Power probe. Okay, we have connection to ground. Okay, let me go unplug the tail light and see. That should go away if we're right. I'm at the back. I'm unplugging the tail light. As we speak, the tail light is now unplugged. Now falls right in the world. We should have no buzzer now and no connection. Ooh, good thing we didn't just shove power down that, huh? Jerk. Am I in the right hole? Let's go here from the back side. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you know why? This guy's an idiot, because the other tail light's still plugged in, huh? Am I right? Because it probably feeds both of them. Look at our diagram. Other tail light, blue gray. Oh, it does not, unless it's hooked up internally on that wiring diagram that does not show them feeding both. Let me just back probe that one. Okay, so that's interesting. I know that's the right wire because it is black with gray right next to a white with blue. Black with gray right next to a white with blue. And the other side, I do not see any other black with grays, or I'm sorry, blue with gray next to white with blues. I see other blues with grays, but not next to white with blue. So this is interesting. Our diagram may be wrong. There's a number 1 and a number 2. What's that mean? Let me just try to find the legend on here. Right tail light, left tail light. Oh, you idiot. That's because I'm probing in the one for the frickin' right tail light. Gosh, you guys can't even take me anywhere. It's left tail light. Here we go. Blue with gray next to a blue with brown. Blue with gray, number 47. Let's try to find blue with gray. Let me look and find the correct side, because the right side we know works. It's probably in the other connector, because that's the only blue with gray that I see right here. Gosh, what an idiot. Let me find it. Stand by. We're gonna guess, because I can see it says right there, it says 51, that's 20, that's 19. So let's just count back, because it says here, if this is right, that it is in pin 47, which should be technically open circuited. So 51, 50, 49, 48, 47. Let's just try this little guy. We're very lightly going to probe it. Doesn't feel like there's anything there. 51, 50, 49, 48, 47. Doesn't even look like there's anything in that hole. No, sir. There's nothing in that hole. Of course, it's going to be open. Okay, let me keep calm and carry on, because this one only goes up to number 51. And I can see pin 47. That's 20. Idiot. Wow. Those Germans are freaking smart, man. Look how these connectors come apart. Maybe I'm going to turn into a Euro shop at the end of this. Unless all these damn wires fall out, which will kind of suck. Oh yeah, it looks like this whole thing comes apart. So we're going to be careful. What's interesting is the rest of the wire numbers. So the numbers for this one were correct. Pin number 9 was the one for the right side. So pin 47, which felt empty, which was, that says it's 20, so it's supposed to be right up here. Pin 47 is empty. Pin 51 is blue with gray, but what does that say that is here? It's not even labeled because, well, just because it's not. This isn't a complete diagram. Pin 50 is supposed to be, let me just see if this color matches. Pin 50 is supposed to be black with green, and it is. So pin 50 is black with green, so all the other pins match. Is this thing just not wired for a freaking left reverse light? Because the pin's empty. It's completely empty. So now what? It's just gone. All the other pin numbers match. You know, any other color I look up matches here. So let's just see. Let's see pin 40. See, pin 44 is supposed to be blue with yellow. Pin 44, blue with yellow. Yeah, it's blue with yellow. Right next to pin 45, which is blue with brown. 44 green with violet. That's crazy. All the rest of them match. It's like the wire's just gone. So I tell you what, like I say, according to this, which we always take with a grain of salt, left tail light, the blue wire with the gray stripe, which we know is reverse light, which we don't have, is supposed to come out of pin 47 out of this connector, which is blank. It's empty. The only blue with gray I see is pin 51, which is this guy here. I threw our test light across the reverse wires back there. Oops. We'll go to feed test. No, I don't want feed test. We want volts DC, sorry. We're going to turn our beeper back on. I'm going to lightly touch that. Let me go pull the light bulb out of the back, see if that's the right wire. Light bulb removed, 3, 2, 1. Ah! Look at that, you jerks. It's in pin 51. Is that right, or is that thing in the wrong pin? Who would have moved that in a pin? I've got to assume that's correct. Because look at that, we take it out. That's our reverse light circuit, pin 51. Let me do some more poking. Maybe I got the wrong diagram. I printed out a diagram for a 12 Cooper Clubman, not convertible. And this is not a convertible. Let me look at the diagram for the convertible and see if pin 51 is supposed to be the reverse lights. Maybe that thing got freaking moved it someday. I don't know. I gotta try to figure this out. All right, so I looked, and when you look at just the reversing circuit, reverse light circuit on the wiring diagram, it doesn't matter if it's convertible or not. It just has pin 9 and pin 47. So I don't know what to do. I don't know. Maybe we could plug, well, if we plug this in, I don't think we can get to it. Do we just move the dang wire and see what happens? I don't want to send it up in smoke. I mean, according to my information that I have, that's what it is. It's supposed to be in 47. Let me see, I guess, before I move the wire. It's easy enough to move. These connectors are freaking genius. This makes me want to be a BMW mechanic. Whoever invented this thing needs a hug in the raise. Because after working on domestic crap, this is freaking genius. I just don't know if I want to move it. It's odd that 47 is blank. Let me see if I can find an OEM diagram. I'm not really good at reading track diagrams, but let me see if I can find it. And if everything says pin 47, we're moving it, baby. We're going for it, boys. I can't see any reason to not to. I think something happened here at some point. So we're gonna push it. Looks like a release tab. Let me hold up on that wire. I think that's a release tab there. Probably should get my glasses on. Oh, there we go. It released. So that's in pin 51. We're taking that all the way out. We're going to jump over here to 47. We're going to slide that right in there. She clicked in. If we're wrong, we're wrong. But according to everything I read, I looked on the OEM diagram, which was fantastic, and that showed pin 47 and pin 9. This is not the only one that was different was an S supercharged model, something, but this is just a Clubman. And I'll be honest with you, when I got down here to take this thing apart, it didn't look like anybody was here, unless they were good, because I didn't see anything broken. Usually if somebody's been into anything on a car that I work on, half the stuff is broken. So let's, you know, there's no broken clips on any of the plastic. But who knows, maybe someday, at some point, somebody was down here. But this would be a no parts required fix if this ultimately fixes it. Okay, so everything's plugged in. Let me get the key. I'll get the key back in and we'll turn it on. We'll put it in reverse and we'll see if anything works. Key's on, it's in reverse. What do we got here, boys? Got marker light. Oops. Actually, let me stick this up. What the frig? It's lit up red. That one's lit up white. Let me set you down. The correct light is on, but did somebody put a red bulb in it? No, you know what? You know what this is? That's a rear fog light. That's what that is. This has got a red tinted lens. This must have a rear fog light switch. because that's our correct wire, but I bet this is some kind of European thing. Gosh. So now we need to move that back into pin 51. Yeah, because now we've got our reverse. Here's a guy who's not from Europe, but I do know that's a reverse. That's a rear fog light. This thing only has one reverse light, I bet. That's what it is, boys. Let's go move that pin back because we frigged up. But it's good to know the footwell module on pin 47 does work correctly, but only one reverse light. Wow. We had it fixed, but we kept going. Idiots. I'm such a freaking idiot. It's kind of funny. What are you going to do? You got to laugh at it because, I don't know, I don't work on these damn things. And then, who's seen a car with one reverse light? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Don't tell anybody. I didn't even look to see if that thing was clear. Just looking at the diagram, man. We learned some things. We learned, even though this car was wired correctly, who would have thunk? Pin 47 in the footwell module still turns on the reverse light if you want to get yourself a different tail light for your Clubman. Maybe they make one with a reverse light. Hack, move it from 51 to 47. We're going to come in here. Now I should really have my glasses on. Let's see if we can't pop that. Oops, I just heard it click back in. I'm going to pull that back out. Put that back in pin 51 because pin 51 obviously controls the rear fog light. However in the heck you turn it on. But this car only has one reverse light. Okay. Oh my gosh, I didn't want to post this video. But I'm gonna because somebody else might make the same mistake. I doubt it, but I don't know what I'm going to title it. Did you know Mini only has one reverse light? At least on this model. So there's that. Now we should have everything functioning, regardless of whatever codes we have. But let's see if we can turn on the reverse fog light. Okay, so we have all of our lights, including our reverse light. Let's turn on the headlights. So headlights are on. Okay, we got a fog light signal up there. Turn them back off, on. If I flick it up, what's it do? Okay, so if you just flick it, it turns them on and off. Do the front ones turn on? Okay, there's the front fog light. Front fog light. Do we have a reverser fog light or a back fog light now? No, we don't. I have no idea how to turn that thing on. So throughout all this, I learned something. A, look at the lens. B, the cars in America don't have the rear fog light option apparently, or at least this one doesn't. If it did, it would have a double symbol here for fog lights. You'd flick it up to turn on the fronts, you'd flick it down to turn on the rear. And this doesn't have that option, unless I'm an idiot. But at this point, it's kind of irrelevant. But from what I've looked in service data and from what I've looked on just the YouTubes and Googling, the ones that have the rear fog light option have a double picture of a fog light here, and this one does have the indicator in there. So there's a green indicator, then there's the amber one. When I shine a light in there, I can see it. But when I push this down, it turns the front fog lights on. Push it down, turns them off. Same thing if I push it up, on, off, on, off. It doesn't do anything except turn the front fog lights on and off. So I can only assume maybe that's a European option. Awesome. We pissed away a lot of time here, folks. Or at least I did. So I think we're all squared away now, folks. Ay, ay, ay. So here's everything. Well, let me put the brake lights on, I guess. Okay, now we have everything. We got blinkers, we got markers, We got the one reverse light and no fog light. Gosh, I feel stupid. So ultimately, what was the fix? Well, let me tell you. I cleaned the crap out of the connector. Put a little no-ox conductive grease in there. Fix the wire that we poked. Hang our head in shame. All parts back on it. And go try to recoup all the time you just lost. I take it for granted being familiar with most of the brands that I work on. Not 100% familiar, but familiar enough to know to actually stop and look to see if the car has 2 reverse lights. And this is partially my fault. No, this is all my fault, not partially. This is my fault because I took this out and I turned it over and we went right to the wires. We went to ground and then we went bang, 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 bang. Uh-oh, we got one that doesn't work. What is it? Oh, according to the diagram, it's a reverse circuit. And not one time did we flip this over, I don't think, to look to see if this bottom one was clear. Who would have thought? First time I ever seen a car with one reverse light. These things are pretty interesting, I'll tell you that. I guess that's it. So let this be a lesson to you, folks. Sometimes you gotta slow down to go fast. And some cars only have one reverse light and a non-functioning rear fog light. Who would have known? We know now, you know, I know, and we also know if you want a reverse light on, simply de-pin pin 51, move it to pin 47, go back there, cut the wire, mount a big reverse light on it, and Robert's your mother's brother. I guess you could do that. So, I don't know. We could have this thing fixed and out the door in 10 minutes, but did we? No, we didn't, because we went on a wild goose chase. But this is one that's going to go in the memory bank that I won't forget. And I hope you don't forget, and I hope you get a little chuckle at my expense, because I'm going to put the video up. Still don't know what I'm going to label it. Probably some clickbaity title to get all you guys to click on it. I don't know, whatever. What I do know is I want you to go in that comment and leave me some kind of comment that cheers me up. You don't need to do that. Tell me if you've made a similar mistake where you've just went this whole roundabout way only to find out that everything's working as it should. I enjoy reading those stories, and I try to read as many of them as I can when you guys leave those in the comment section. So do that for me. When you're down there, find us on the Insta, the Facebook. Remember, that's not us on TikTok. And if you find a guy, bring him to me, $10,000 reward, and we'll do what we got to do. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.